Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I converted my gas string weed trimmer into a somewhat mud motor for a boat or kayak or canoe or whatever you have, and you want to convert your weed trimmer into a outboard motor. Well, all said and done, I really didn't spend that much money, only about $20, and the most expensive thing was the prop, and then the actual fasteners that I used to do this was actually less than $1 altogether. So for around $20 you can have a functional mud motor setup or outboard for a boat. Now my boat is really light, it only weighs about 90 pounds, so this setup was really perfect for a pond or lake, but I haven't tested it in a river, so I can't say that. But anyways, it's just a 25cc Walmart brand 2-stroke weed trimmer, and it's super simple to convert. There's your bump head with the screw-in bump knob that you tap on the ground to let the string out of the head, and all this is just standard fit. Really, the only thing, like I said, was the most expensive was the actual prop itself, which is called the weedless wedge from Minn Kota. I picked up at my local Walmart for $20, and my bolt that goes in has to match the thread of the cap here, the bump, to get the string out. So I did that pretty tight. It works great. I flip my shaft upward. It gives me good stability in the water instead of trying to do it the other way, the original way. It's curved. And other than that, just mounting it on the boat. Really easy way to do it. I just bought a U-bolt setup, and it's 5/16 threads, and I drilled 2 holes in my bolt rail on the back of my transom on the right side. Since I'm right-handed, that's what I directed the motor with, was my right hand, and you got your throttle already there, so holding it up and then giving it throttle, you can turn it whichever way you need to turn, or you can just hold it straight and go straight. And this is so simple, and it's a light setup, super light actually, compared to having a deep cell or deep cycle battery with a trolling motor, electric motor. Now the only downside to this is the muffler is pretty close to your face, but it does work. And an upside to this is that I did not use hardly any fuel. I filled this thing up before I got in the water, and this is what's left after running around the lake a little bit. Started up about 5 or 6 times. You can see how much fuel I used. Hardly none. So just a super simple setup. You know, your boat or canoe or kayak or whatever if you try to attach this on, if you have a weed trimmer, your attachment method might be a little different, but I'll show you mine. I'll show you how it was mounted in the boat, but then I'll show you set up on here. You can see that the shaft was rubbing a little bit, but that's all right. This weed whacker is older, so I don't really care. I just want to see if this setup would work. So check it out. So this is how it's mounted on the actual trimmer itself. So these bolts are on top of the railing of my boat, and so what this does is it allows this shaft to move freely in here, but it can't move too far. It constrains it a little bit, and so that gives me leverage to turn the motor or move it up and down to go deeper in the water. And basically, I mean, it's just a super simple setup for like just a quick mud motor setup. And I got the bracket for the U-bolt here, and the nuts that came with it on the bottom. Then I bought some lock washers and an extra set of nuts on top. And like I said, it's just so super simple that you can move it whatever way you need to get you to turn, or go backwards or go straight, and I mean, like I said, it constrains it enough to control it. That's why I've been seeing a lot of videos on these, and I see a lot of guys just holding the motor or the weed whacker itself with 2 hands and trying to go that way. I'd want it mounted like this, or I could maybe build a little bit better mount, but for now, this thing is awesome. And like I said, I mean, it got me around the lake pretty easy, and it used very little fuel. So, alright guys, well, hope you like the build. That actual Minn Kota wedge fit right in the head here flush. So, and then I got a fastener there and some spacers because I bought too long of a fastener, but that's alright. It works. I'd rather be too long than too short, so I make a couple runs at the hardware store. But anyways, guys, I hope you like the build. If you decide to try this yourself, it's pretty awesome, especially if you don't want to put some money out there for a trolling motor and a deep cycle battery, because that can get very pricey really quick. But other than that, I just took the guard off. It helps. But yeah, this thing really pushed me around the water today. I don't know exact top speed, but I could say that it's, you know, at the most is probably around 5 miles an hour, which that's enough in still water. So, alrighty guys, I appreciate you watching as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.